You're listening to episode number 50 of the Full Tech Podcast, and today we're talking about modern gaming and why it sucks. Be sure to follow us over on Twitter at the Smango and check out the website, fulltechpodcast.com. Welcome to the Full Tech Podcast, the show where we discuss the latest in technology and gaming. I'm your host, Smango, and today we're talking about an issue that's been on the mind of me and many gamers alike, especially over on Twitter. If you're not following me on Twitter, hit me up at the Smango. That's Smango, where I share all this Full Tech Podcast stuff out. There is a Full Tech Podcast Twitter, but I don't upkeep it. I just manage the Full Tech Podcast website and Discord. But it's an issue that's been on the minds of everybody. Gamers recently, why do some believe that modern gaming sucks? And I'm one of those guys that believe modern gaming sucks. It's just not as fun as it used to be, and we're going to dive deep into that. Let me bring up the article I wrote. If you want to read the full article, let's be honest, modern gaming sucks. It's over on fulltechpodcast.com. It'll be linked in the podcast description here. It'll be on the website. Be sure to check it out. Hit subscribe on that. Hit that subscribe button. But why are modern games so bad? And I bring this up because there was a tweet about Rumbleverse. And what happened was Rumbleverse is a game as a service, G-A-S, game as a service. If you've followed me at all throughout the years, you've realized that one of my favorite games that come out, as Arena first-person shooter, came out as a game as a service, and that was Quake Champions. The game's still up and running. I honestly don't know how at this point. It can't be making much money, and if it is, it's some well out there. Anyways, a game as a service, it has to always be online. There's no way to play this game after the servers go offline. Like, it's hosted by the developers. Back in the day, you could host your own servers. Even if everybody quit playing, you could host your own server, throw up bots. Like at Quake 3 right now, you could play a Quake 3 arena match today, and it wouldn't even have to be bots. Somebody would probably join your server if you made one. I don't know, especially if you look for a match. You could find a match right now. Same goes for Quake 1, Quake 2, Quake 3, Quake Live. Same goes for Zonatic. It's crazy that games these days don't allow you to host your own servers. Like, they just don't give you the server binaries. Anyway, on to what I was talking about. Rumbleverse, and my tweet got kind of popular because I was like, this is... And I bring this up just because it's sad. It's sad for somebody, a kid out there, that probably really loved this game on their Xbox or something. I don't know. I don't know anything about Rumbleverse. I'm just talking. Like, if this was my favorite game growing up, and I loved Rumbleverse, and people said, "Oh, people don't really like it." I'm like, I'm sure there's some kid out there just absolutely love this game. I'm almost positive. Listen, I don't know how many bad games I loved as a kid, and I've played them every single one again. What is a bad game I've recently played? Home Improvement, or not Home Improvement, but Home Alone 2 on the Super Nintendo. That game brings so many bad memories, but I had to play it again. You know what I'm saying? It's not one of my favorite games, but at least I can play my favorite games. And that's not even one of my favorite games. I still wanted to play it again. I wanted to experience it again, see if anything changed since I was an adult, and it has. I got a lot better at it, but just being able to play that game again brought back some joy. You know what I'm saying? And I guarantee Rumbleverse is not a bad game. It's what I'm getting at. Like, Rumbleverse is probably a good game. And it's probably somebody's favorite game. I'm sure Home Alone 2 is probably somebody's favorite game, and they get to play it again. It's actually a really bad game, but somebody's been able to play it again. You know what I'm saying? They can go buy the game, they can put it in a Super Nintendo. It might take some work to get it running on a retro TV or something, but they'd be able to play it. Rumbleverse and these games as a services, and there's so many out there. I have a list literally on Steam now that's called Dead Forever. And it's games that no longer can be played ever again. Like, they just can't be played. They're still on my Steam list, but you can't access it whatsoever. And here's Rumbleverse. It's probably some kid's favorite game. Living down in Western Kentucky. They got it on their Xbox. They've bought all the skins and the battle passes. And now it just gets shut down, and they will never be able to play it again. All these developers' hard work are gone. The programming's gone. The networking, the art is gone. Like, nobody's going to experience this again. It's going to be lived in videos probably till the rest of our lives. And it's sad. And unless somebody throws together some kind of weird hacky server, you know, they hack the client, they get it to talk to another server, and listen, the developers are not going to give this away. It's proprietary software, I'm sure. Proprietary server hosting. Like, they don't want their code to get out, and it's just gone. It's just the amount of time probably it took to develop this game for nobody to ever play it again is just sad. And it goes for a lot of games. Anyway, we'll try to move on to our next segment here. The problems with modern gaming. Oh boy. This list can go on and on and on. But I'm going to try to break it down as best I can. One of the biggest problems with modern gaming is just microtransactions. We all hate them. They're there because the free-to-play model has just took over because of games like League of Legends, Fortnite, and all these other companies try to do it kind of like Quake Champions tries to cash in on the free-to-play model, and it just doesn't work for types of games like this. It just doesn't work. Many players just feel like they've been taken advantage of by companies who just want them to keep spending more and more money on virtual items and in-game currency. Loot boxes and the effects they have on player behavior, the lack of innovation, and all these games that just get remakes and sequels that don't need to be made. The remakes are taking my life out, for sure. There's just no innovation anymore. I believe people are really starting to feel burnout on just too much. There's just too much. And if you've been keeping up with other stuff I do, like Magic the Gathering and Hasbro, they just keep pumping out Magic the Gathering cards, and it's like people want new stuff, but they are making it so like the hardcore collectors can't even keep up and collect it. I could not. I don't know if it's possible to collect a full set at this point, unless you're spending enormous amounts of money. Like, it's just crazy. And it's the same with video games. It's just like people are pumping out games. These AAA studios are pumping out games, free to play, and they're just wanting your next dollar instantly. They want the next Fortnite, and they can't make it. It's just They're playing the same game over and over again. The battle royales have just absolutely destroyed the gaming scene. Like, everybody wants to be the next battle royale, and I couldn't tell you how many on Steam that's just never gets played anymore. It just sits there, and some of you can't even play anymore. There was one that everybody, oh, you gotta get it, and again, it was kind of fun. I know I got it in my life. Let me see. I'm looking it up right now on my Steam. Let's see. I have a big list. Dead games or something. Where is it at? I have it somewhere here, guys. I promise. I have this. I have too many games I can't find it. Completely dead. There we go. Let's see. What was Darwin Project? Dead. Defiance? Dead. The Mighty Quest for Epic Loot? Dead. Oh, where it used to be Con Ion or something. Devilian? That was a fun game. I played a lot of it. Dead. Maple Story 2? Dead. Marvel Heroes? Dead. Wildstar? Dead. It's just these games. They God, what was that game? It's not on here. I must have removed it from my. Anyway, this was even. The bad thing about this battle royale is you actually had to buy it. Like, it was like $20, but you got everything. Like, paying for a BR really spoke to a lot of gamers. I thought, like, you get to pay $30 for this new early access battle royale. No free to play battle pass crap. And, well, the developers just abandoned it. So there's that. That does happen. It wasn't game as a service. Well, yeah, I guess it kind of was, because you can't host your own server. It was a game as a service, but you had to buy it once, which is fine. I'd rather buy these games I want to play and not have to put up with all the just free to play crap. The crap. It's not that I don't like free to play games. Let's move on to this segment. It's not that I don't like free to play games. And I think some of them's phenomenal. Like, let's take Fortnite for example. It's clearly not a bad game. It's fun. It runs on a great engine, and it was one of the more smooth when it came out. It was one of the more smooth battle royale experiences. And it had building. It took skill. And it was made by Epic. And, of course, being an old school PC gamer, Epic just made great games. Like, Unreal, the engine, Unreal Tournament. Great game. Gears of War, ever heard of that one? Now they don't even care about those games anymore because Fortnite is just dominated. It makes so much money. And they're not even on the App Store anymore. Just think of that. People used to be pros at playing on the iPad of Fortnite. It's kind of incredible when you think about it. Fortnite's not a bad game. And even at first you had to pay to play Save the World. And it was good, but it was just another zombie survivor. And somebody's like, oh, I know, we can have a battle royale. And it was good. And it took off. And they're like, oh, let's make a battle pass. That's the first ones to ever make a battle pass. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if anybody else really did that, but they is the first one that done it right anyway. It's like, oh, I can get in-game currency with this battle pass and earn my money back for buying the battle pass. Smart. It's very smart. I don't remember really buying in-game currency again. Like, I bought the battle pass and would just use that to buy the next battle pass. Like, because you couldn't buy this massive amount of skins, and then they started coming out with skins, and then they started getting just celebrity skins and featured skins, ad skins, kind of like, you got. They're teaming up with. Now you can get Doom Guy in Fortnite. Like, it's legit, like, Doom Guy. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy to me. And Fortnite just does it right. They really do. They do it right. Let's give it that. I think Fortnite, where it really drops the ball, is that is building really wasn't fun, but they've come up with this zero build playlist. I think that was good. I think everybody got tired of building and people hiding in boxes. Anyway, this is not a Fortnite podcast, but I just want to say that Fortnite is actually a good game, and they done it right. Unlike one of the ones I'm more experienced with, Quake Champions. Quake Champions hasn't done much right. At all. It takes a way too powerful computer to run it good. Which is not a bad thing. Quake's always pushed computers. And this is not... I know when I ran Quake Fans, and I had the Quake Fans radio, and this was Quake Fans radio at one point. Like, it felt like I was just always bashing on Quake Champions. It's because I wanted it to be good. And it's got better. It's more optimized these days. But it's almost too little too late. Like, the game's been out basically 5 years now. And it's nowhere... It still doesn't feel like a finished product. And it's clearly not going to be finished. It's finally come out of early access for some reason. I think it's because everybody kept making fun of them so much. But the problem with these games is, like, whenever the servers go down and all this money I've spent on Fortnite skins, League of Legends skins, Quake Champion skins, which game do you think is going to outlast Fortnite, League of Legends, or Quake Champions? League of Legends is clearly lasting a long time. A long time. It's probably not going anywhere. Fortnite, same way. Quake Champions will shut down eventually. It doesn't have the player base. It just doesn't. Not at this point. And I don't see it getting much better, if ever better. Now, it's cool that there's a free Quake game. The Quake Live was free at one point, but it was massive. It was a massive hit when it released. Quake Live was. Even if it was in the stupid web browser, which was terrible. It was a massive hit. But these games are eventually going to shut down. And I bet you, if anything, that somebody would make a Fortnite server if it did go down. Just so they could play it again. I bet somebody could host a League of Legends. Somebody would do that. Somebody would hack the client and get a hacked together server somehow. Rumbleverse, Quake Champions, all these other games, they're just they're going to be gone. And it's sad. I've spent a lot of money on Quake Champions. Not a lot, but a lot. I've definitely spent more on Fortnite, but it's not going anywhere. Especially when my children play Fortnite. It just offers more. These games are just going to go away. So game as a service is terrible. Never being able to play your favorite game again, ever growing up, would just suck. Battle passes and skins. I think everybody's just kind of tired of it. Like, even though that's the way you got to monetize and do it right, you offer battle passes and skins. You don't offer loot boxes. That's just terrible. And the next two, in-game currencies, the gotcha mobile and pay to win. I guess that's 3. Oh boy, did Diablo Immortal just plagued this game that's so good. Diablo Immortal. It really, like, on the outside, when you look at it far away, you're like, man, that's a fun game. I get to be a barbarian, a demon hunter, a paladin. It plays like Diablo, smells like Diablo. But then it's just riddled with this terrible currency system that wants every little penny you can get out of you. And there is little clans out there that want you to show them a paycheck stub for you to join them. pay to win. Wow. It's not that I think people's fine with buying a premium currency at this stage in gaming. Like they're okay paying in-game currency, but it should have a limit. In my opinion, you shouldn't be able to just win because of your wallet. If you want to get a in-game currency and you get more experience, sure. Get a little faster level of experience, sure. You paid for this convenience. It's convenience payment. But you can't have pay to win. You can't have these incredible items I bought for $100, and well, I'm just destroying you because I paid $100. Well, somebody done a video on Diablo Immortal, and they paid so much money that they couldn't find anybody to fight because they paid so much money, and it puts you in a special category, which is great. Like, at least they done that. The whales versus the whales, fine. But the gotcha mobiles, they're the worst. Mobile gaming, I think, is the worst. It has hurt gaming so much. I really don't like mobile gaming. It has ruined so many franchises. And the bad thing is like they don't want to stay over on mobile where us PC gamers don't want them. They make their way over on Steam with this mobile UI and this weird little touch trackpad. And then you got the gotcha gaming like, oh, you can build your city, but you got to wait 2 hours unless you buy this premium currency, that little paywall gate. You know what I'm talking about? And you're like, oh, I can spend $10 right now. And then Diablo Immortal's like, oh, you can spend, this is a 150% deal. Everybody gets this deal. If you buy it now, gotcha. Got that $10 from you. Didn't I, Smango? It sure did. It got that $10 on Battle Pass. Diablo Immortal did. I was like, I'm definitely playing this game, and Battle Pass sounds it, but the Battle Pass just didn't do much. It didn't do much of anything. And after every dungeon, there's like, oh, you can spend 125% extra deal of the century after doing that quest. It's just pure scummy. Couldn't just do skins. Couldn't just offer a battle pass with some premium currency if you grind it. No, they had to do all these paywalls. Not only that, they had to do all these gotchas. Then they had to have 100. I don't know. Somebody done a video on it. How many currencies in Diablo Immortal? It is stupid. It is stupid how many currencies in Diablo Immortal. I know I've already had a Diablo Immortal podcast, but that's just the way mobile gaming is. Man, the developers of Diablo 1 and 2 would probably have a stroke if they looked at Diablo Immortal these days. They'd be like, what are you doing? What have you done to this game that we loved and made? What have you done? It's the same way with Quake 1, 2, and 3. I can't imagine that John Romero and John Carmack are like, they're probably like, oh man, you're making money, but what is this? Is this really fun? This is not what we envisioned? I know it's too different. It's been years, but I can't imagine they're like really proud of what's become of id and Quake and Diablo. I just don't think they are. Now Diablo 4 is coming out, and hopefully it gets rid of all this crap. But it's not looking good for us. I'll just be honest. Clash of Clans is probably the worst. Like when you think of gotcha gaming and paywalls, Clash of Clans, like they stole everything from Clash of Clans. And it's not like these games are unfun, but you can't compete unless you have a nice wallet. Oh. I just, and on to our next segment. I don't know if everyone feels this way about modern gaming. There's still plenty of players who found the experience just as thrilling and exciting as it did years ago. I don't actually have anybody interview that feels this way. Maybe one day I'll get, people on here to discuss parts of this with me. But what can we do to improve this situation? I think you got to really start voting with your wallet. Support the indie game developers. They're the ones that really love their game. They're not some corporate overlord AAA studio that has to push out Call of Duty for $100, then battle passes and skins. Like, I would hate to see the amount of money somebody actually spends on Call of Duty. Now, if they love it, that's fine. Call of Duty's not really a bad game. That's what I'm saying. Like, these games aren't really, quote unquote, bad. It's like I've not had fun playing Call of Duty. I've not had fun playing Quake Champions. But this games as a service is terrible. It really is. It's terrible. Just imagine the death of Team Fortress 2 if you couldn't have player hosted servers right now. Nobody would. It would be dead right now. It really would. It would be dead. But yet it is it's still to this day is one of the most played Steam games. Just because they can host their own servers, skins, what have you. Then they're coming up with an update or something, I think. So that's interesting. I just modern gaming is at an all-time low, if you ask me. I don't know if there's a way to fix it. I think it's almost too far gone at this point. I just don't know at this point, guys. I don't know. I really hope you guys reach out and join Discord and just retweet this on Twitter, hit me back up or something, and let me know what you think about modern gaming. To sum it up, I don't think modern games released today are awful. Like, I really don't. Like, Rumbleverse, it was probably a fun game. I can guarantee it's probably somebody's favorite game. Diablo Immortal, while truly immoral, is actually kind of fun to play on the computer. I didn't play it on mobile. It ran bad on PC. I'd hate to see what it run on an iPhone. I just feel like it's pure greed at this point. The days of John Carmack and John Romero headbanging to heavy metal music and making one of the best first-person shooter experiences they could even fathomably imagine, and giving it almost away for free. They did give it. I mean, they made Doom and Quake shareware. Like, you could play these games for free. That's true free to play. Then if you liked it, you could buy it. It's basically full demos almost. Go on there and frag your buddies online. Then turn around and giving the engine away for everybody to play. Those days are gone. It's just gone. I think the quality graphics and stuff like that is obviously it's went up, but everybody's got better technology, and there's guides out there how to do all this stuff. If you're willing to learn, you can make a game. But instead, we're left with the unlock the next level for $5.99 with this 200% off deal. Unlock this skin with this pet. Play Super Mario World and imagine that you had to unlock Luigi after you pay $60 for this game. This brand new game, you pay $60 and you can unlock a DLC character Luigi or Toadstool for $10.99. Days are gone. The days are gone of games just being full, complete experiences where you can actually beat them. That's what's sad, really, to me. You can't beat Fortnite. Like, Fortnite is a never-ending game. which is not bad. At least you're getting entertainment. It is a great for that. But gone are the days that you could pick up Final Fantasy 3, 2 on the Super Nintendos, 4 and 6 are the legit titles, and play them from beginning to end and put it away. It just doesn't happen no more. Which could be a good thing and a bad thing. Like, if you love this game, it would be cool to keep playing this somehow. You know, until you get Final Fantasy 4 the after years. And you're like, oops, it should have just ended with 4. Final Fantasy 6 hasn't been touched. Luckily. You know, there's been remakes, but at least you can beat that game, put it away, and go, man, that was a good gaming experience. It had a great story, great music. I've had fun grinding my guys, unlocking equipment, all in the game. You can play it offline. Those days are gone. I know I love multiplayer games. I've put many hours in Quake Champions. For a game that I love, and to see what's happened to it and going to happen to it, it's just sad. But I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast episode. I really do. Let me know what you think with games like Rumbleverse, Spellbreak disappearing to the nether to never be played again. Let's get that. Once these games are gone, they're gone. They're not coming back. Who's going to revive Rumbleverse? Who's going to revive Spellbreak? Nobody. They're gone. To the digital afterlife. For people just to speak of them. Some of these games, I wish they would shut off forever. It wouldn't bother me one bit if Clash of Clans died. You know what I'm saying? Anyways. With that being said, that's it for today's episode of the Full Tech Podcast. I hope you enjoyed our discussion on the state of modern gaming and why some believe it's not living up to its potential and why I think it sucks. If you have any opinions on the topic, I'd love to hear from you. Be sure to reach out on Twitter at the Smango. Check out the website, fulltechpodcast.com. Many ways to contact me, Discord, and all that. And I hope you tune in next time for some more technology and gaming goodness. We'll see you guys next time.